Without further ado, I would like to introduce our very first speaker. I'm so thrilled that he was able to join us here. We have Chris Kraft, our St. Lucie County Tax Collector, and he is going to share with us some valuable things that small business owners need to know when dealing with the tax collector's office.
Great. Thank you, Veronica. Today, we're going to go through the business tax receipt filing process. And what we're going to do first, take a higher level view, just kind of outline what the process is so you have an understanding. And then we're going to walk through the application process that we have online. So first thing we want to make sure that everyone understands is that it is fully online. You don't come into the office to fill out the application. You're going to do that on your PC at home. And the filing process with our office is the absolute last step in the process. Even if you have to file within the city of Port St. Lucie or Fort Pierce, you're going to file with them before you come to the county to file it. So let's just make sure everyone understands that, because we will not process it if those aren't done ahead of time, because you'll see as we walk through the application, it won't allow you. If your application is located within the city limits of Port St. Lucie or in Fort Pierce, you have to file with them first, obviously, as I just stated. We'll require a copy of the city-issued BTR. Keep in mind that the city of Fort Pierce doesn't call theirs a business tax receipt. They call it a certificate of use. It's the same thing. You're going to have to upload that into to our portal that we'll walk through momentarily. If your business is located in the unincorporated, you're going to have to have your approved zoning permit, if applicable, as well as any hazardous waste screening, if applicable. If you're out of county, you're going to make sure that you have on hand with you anytime you're in the county limits of St. Lucie County, that BTR with you, but you do not have to file for a second. We offer reciprocity to all 66 other counties throughout the state. If you're a contracting business, the BTRs are issued to the qualifier, the individual holding the state contractor license, not the business entity themselves. Independent contractors, if you receive a 1099, you need to have a tax certificate. You're going to need to have your BTR. If you receive a W-2, you don't. It's really that simple. For instance, my daughter is an occupational therapist. She has a 1099 business. She has to have her BTR with our office and in order to legally do business in the county. The period for the BTRs is October 1st through September 30th. Renewal notices are sent out on July 1st each year. And again, when you renew it, you're going to renew it online. You're not going to come to the office, or you can mail that in as well. Renewal notices July 1st. Any address changes, you can submit that to the tax specialist department, and we'll show you that address here momentarily. Food-related businesses, you may need additional licenses from the Department of Business, Professional Regulation, or the Department of Agriculture. Please contact the appropriate agencies to get those certificates, and you will have to have those prior to uploading or prior to completing your form, because you'll see how you have to upload it again as we go through that process. You may also need multiple BTRs. For instance, if you have a handyman business and a lawn mowing service, you're going to need a separate BTR for each of those services. So now we're going to walk you through an actual BTR application, and we're going to share that screen right there. Everybody see the screen? So you're going to come over here to where it says business tax, and you're going to click that. Now, we're going to use all fictitious stuff here except for my name and my email address. Please don't email me at that address. And you can if you want. What was the first question here? Oh, hold on. We're going to set up a new account.
Hey, Chris, we can't see your screen, love.
Oh, what is going on?
There's a share screen at the bottom with a green arrow.
Oh, I didn't hit the actual share button. I did click on it.
Okay.
So let's back up here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you're going to go onto the main screen and it'll show you, you're going to click on business tax. I can't back up because I'm in a demo here and it won't allow me to back it up. But you'll go to the main screen. It's super easy to find. Or if you're having difficulty, you can use our chat bot and put in business tax and it'll give you the link right there. Super easy to use. Now, these questions are a little bit wonky. Some of them are, all the answers are true or false, but some of the questions are yes or no. So use true for yes, false for no, and we're going to be working that out with the vendor who actually manages this particular site. So the first question is this business located inside the city limits? For this just for this to show you how it works, we're going to say yes, it is. Now everything that you collect, you click yes to, you'll see in the next screen that it's going to prompt you. It's going to show you what you have answered yes to, and then 2 or 3 screens later, it's going to ask you to upload those forms. So yes, we're in the city limits of, we're going to say of Port St. Lucie for argument's sake here. And then you're going to ask to put your name in for that you comply with all these regulations, make sure you read them really clear. And then you just put your name in. And this is saying that you agree with this, that it's true, and you're basically certifying it. And then has your business been registered with Sunbiz? Then you're going to say yes. If it has not, you need to register that before you can proceed. If you have any questions on any of these forms as you're going through, you can click the hyperlinks there and it'll take you to the link so that it'll explain any questions you may have. So is this regulated by the Department of Business and Professional Regulations? We're going to say no. False, no. Is the business regulated by the state of Florida Department of Health? We're going to say no. False is no again. Is this business regulated by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration? No, it is not, because we're a consulting business, and we'll put that name in just a few moments. Is this business regulated by the Department of Agriculture? No, it is not. Is it regulated? Is it a pharmacy? No, we're not a pharmacy. Is there another state agency that's not listed above? No. Is your business eligible for exemption? Now, if your business is eligible for exemption, you need to click on this. It'll tell you what it is, but you still have to file every year to renew it. You're exempt from paying it. You're not exempt from having the actual business tax receipt. So we're going to say, is your business exempt from, we're going to say, no, we're not exempt. Do we use pesticides? No, we do not. If you did, I'll show you in a second as we go to the next screen. Everything that we said yes to is going to show here. And if you don't have the forms for all of those things, you're going to have to acquire those before you're able to proceed as we go through the rest of this application. So our business name is going to be Acme Consulting. And we're going to say 1, 2, 3 Prima Vista. We're going to say Port St. Lucie, Florida 34950. We're in the United States. You're going to have to put in a phone number, 772-46 462 2300. You don't have to have a fax number. You do not have to have a mobile number. You do, however, have to have an email address. So now we make it a little bit easier for you to go through the process. If anything's the same, you just click yes, it's the same address. Many people have different owner, you have a different mailing address, what have you, and that just makes life easier. So once you get to here, you're going to put in your email address again. I don't know why they do it multiple times, but that is what they require. and we're in the city of Port St. Lucie. You don't need your parcel ID if you don't have that. That's not really important. You do need to have your name again. And the qualifier name or NA. Make sure, now this gets a little frustrating. So if there's anything you have to go back and change, and you have not, every time you change something up here, you're still gonna have to come back and hit I have read and agree to the terms. It will frustrate the living daylights out of you. It always is gonna prompt you to what the best suggested email or physical address is. Use that, it makes it easier on our mailing process. So we have issued a fictitious name, and we're going to put in here Acme Consulting. Or if it is not required, and the only reason it wouldn't be required is if you're using your actual legal name, your first and last name, I believe. Description of your business, we're going to say consulting. And are we a hotel? No. Are we a restaurant? No. How many employees do we have? If it's only you, you're going to put one. If it's multiple people, it's yourself plus however many employees you have. Do you have an ATM machine or do you have gaming machines? And does your business operate any vending machines? So we're going to say no. Oh, I skipped one. Well, because I really want to put a bar in, but my wife wouldn't let me. So this is the screen that anything you answered yes to on the first, you're going to input it here. So the first thing we have to put in is the City of Port St. Lucie's business tax receipt. Do yourself a favor when you save this stuff, save it on your actual, when you name it City of Port St. Lucie BTR, something you can recognize and find easily, or you're going to be going through all of your files trying to find it and locate it, and it becomes exceptionally difficult. So after you've chosen your file, make sure you hit the upload at that time, because if you don't, it's going to erase and not store it. So you're going to store it first, and you do the same thing over here for your Sunbiz number. So I've saved under Sunbiz, and then we're going to hit open, and we're going to upload the Sunbiz. Hit next. I acknowledge, and you're going to put your name in again. This is a signature, basically. And I agree. And at this point, it's going to send you an email to verify the information was correct, and you would pay at that time or before, depends on, because we're getting ready to change a little bit of the process, but it's all basically the same. So, and that is really the process there, guys.